guys, what is up? So I have kind of a fun mini vlog for you today. I've realized that today is a day I have quite literally been looking forward to all year and didn't realize until I woke up. My new staff work at the bookstore is coming out today, and I gave my ARC away, which I'm going to explain later. But I need to go buy my copy, and I want to go get some work done at the bookstore, so I thought I could do like a little mini vlog, and then at the end of this video, review the book that came out today that I want you all to go buy and read and enjoy and love as much as I did. So that's the game plan, but first, I have to go on a date. I'm super nervous. He's really, really cute, and I really hope it works out. It's really quick, just like a coffee date, but I think I'm kind of just gonna take you guys along with me because I almost said the L word. We've gone on a couple dates before and I really, really like him. So I think it's kind of like finally time, you know? But I'm gonna go get in my car and get going, and I will show you guys soon. Okay, so I'm in my car. I'm gonna go to his house and pick him up. My car is still kind of a mess, so I hope he doesn't judge me too hard. And like, it's like, we've been on a couple of dates before. Like, we know each other pretty well. So I feel like it's okay that I'm like, my hair's wet. It's just casual, fresh out the shower. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna pick him up. Guys, I'm super nervous. So I just pulled in. God, can you see me filming? All right, I'm gonna go in and just go get him and say hi, and so I will see you guys in a minute with him. Okay guys, so I just picked him up and he's really excited to meet you. He's a little nervous though for our date. George, can you say hi? Bonnie, hi baby, you're okay, honey. Yeah, that's my new boyfriend. Okay, so like our coffee date isn't going super well. Mr. Bones is not really used to being in a loud car because his mom and dad's car are like way newer than mine. So we have a very anxious boy in our hands right now. 37. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. So I just dropped off George. That was my sister's dog. I don't want you to think I just stole a random dog. Like, he lives in my house. But I love him a lot and he's really cute. He's just skittish in cars, but he was fine by the end of our ride. It was literally a 10-minute ride, big baby. So now that I have coffee, I'm gonna go to the bookstore and I'll probably get lunch while I'm there in a little bit, but I'm gonna head to the bookstore and get some work done. Okay, so I didn't really film in there, unfortunately. I realized that today was the release day for the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, which most people would be like, who gives a fuck? But I used to work at the bookstore that the Diary of a Wimpy Kid author owns, Jeff Kinney. But also it's election day. A lot of schools are out today. Kids don't have school. So it was kind of a zoo. And I did manage to get a table. I got there early enough to get a table to hang out and like do homework, but it was too busy that even if I had tried to film in there, you wouldn't have heard a single word that I said. So I did get the book. Fun fact, I'm not allowed to go to the bookstore anymore. I'm just like not letting it happen because I got there and like today is Tuesday, so Tuesday's big book release day, and my manager looks at me and he says, there are 3 Sarah J. Maas books upstairs with your name on them. And I was like, what do you mean, Leo? And he says, you special ordered 3 Sarah J. Maas books and they're upstairs waiting for you. I ordered them like in April when I was like, November? I'll have money in November. And then I ordered them. So then I had to buy them today because I don't know the next time I'll be back and I want them to return them. So we have a mini haul to talk about when I get home. So Now I'm gonna head home and I want to do this book review for you guys and show you what I got, and then I'm gonna head back to school and this will be the end. So okay, so I am now, hold on. So now I am back home and I just got back from the bookstore, grabbed all the stuff that I need. So once I finish this, I'm good to go back to school. But I wanted to take a time out and talk to you about this book. You can probably see what the book is from the title, so I don't know why I'm so secretive about it. But I want to show you some of the other stuff that I got too before we get into the review. Unfortunately, life throws us curveballs. And today's curveball was that I had apparently ordered 3 books for myself. But let me just get into what I bought. So I already received one of these, and you might have seen them online because they're really freaking cool. But these are the mini, like, collector's editions of the Sarah J. Maas books. They're tiny. Like, this isn't even the full size of a Sarah J. Maas book. Like, this is a smaller shape. And these are, like, baby. Like, they're really, really baby. Like, but if you think about it, like, Heir of Fire was a freaking long book. So they're on really, really thin pages. But it's mini. But it's a little mini Heir of Fire. But the cool thing is about them isn't that they're mini sized. This kind of matches my outfit. The cool thing about them isn't their size. So this is the miniature Throne of Glass character collection. So each book is representative of a different character. So I got the first 3. The other one is at school. So the first one, Throne of Glass, is the Lena Sardothian collection copy. This one is the Kale Westfall, I think is his last name, character edition, and then this is the Rowan Whitethorn collection. So every time, I'm going to see if I can find it, find like an example where it says it on multiple pages, but every time it says the character's name, it's printed in a different color ink. Wait a minute, what? Oh, this one's Dorian, not Kale. You can see it really well on this page. Like, Dorian's name is printed like 6 times on this page in, Celebrate Dorian with this special miniature edition featuring his name highlighted in Adarlan, I think that's how you say it, Adarlan Crimson ink. And then this is Rowan Whitethorn with Terrace Green. I love these so much. The Selena Sardothian one is super cool. It's in purple. Problem being is that these copies are the same price as the full-size copies. Each of these books is $15. I mean, I get it. These are like a leathery kind of cover. Really expensive. They're printed on thinner paper that often is more expensive to print on. And they have color ink in them. So all around an expensive product to produce, but $15 is kind of a lot of asking price, especially for a younger audience. I'm super excited about. It came out the first one last year around this time, and I remember ordering it. But this is the, get it out of here. This is the A Court of Thorns and Roses Collector's Edition. This is freaking beautiful. The Throne of Glass one is also really pretty. I think it's actually in my shelf and not out anymore. But it has like a little silk ribbon. It comes in a box. Oh my god. This is so beautiful. Like, this is all embossed. We have Feyre here hunting the wolf from the first book, who is like the outline, it's in the negative space, which is really cool, and she is in the foiling up front here. So when you open the book, I'm not going to do it crazy, but like, it creates the whole picture, and that's really, really pretty and really cool. Yeah, really excited about this one. Had to match the other one because I got the Throne of Glass one last year, which is purple, but I a little bit wish that it had been A Court of, not Frost and Starlight. What's the second one? A Court of Mist and Fury. I wish it had been that one in the character, or the collector's edition, because that one is my favorite. Let's get into the review for Guinevere Deception. Hi y'all, this is Editing Kayla. I realized that I got super excited about the collector's edition of Court of Thorns and Roses. I forgot to mention that the collector's edition of both Throne of Glass and Throne of Glass, so the boxed edition with the silk ribbon and the embossing and the prettiness, those are $34.99. So they're pretty hefty, they're pretty expensive. They are a really quality copy, but honestly, I'm never going to read that copy. That is simply for a collection, simply for my library purposes. It is not a functional reading copy, I don't think. So it is an expense, $35, but a beautiful edition of a great book. So if you're a huge fan, I definitely think it's worth it as a collector, but if you just want to read the book, buy the $10 one. Let me get it out of the bag. This is the Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White. Everyone meet Guinevere, Guinevere meet everyone. This book, oh my god. I remember getting the ARC back in April, maybe May, and it was the first book that I read after my semester ended in the spring because I was ready to read fun books. And I read the ARC in maybe 36 hours. It's also not long. It's 323 pages, and I literally read it in maybe max 2 days. So this is such a cool concept. You guys know I'm a sucker for fairy tale retellings. I had also never read a Kiersten White, so I was super excited to read a Kiersten White book. I know she's written like the Slayer series and Still I Rise, and I Darken, Still I Rise is Kiersten White. I never read them, so this was the first one that I read. And like I said, you guys know I love retellings and fairy tale reimaginings. I had not seen one I was so excited about, because I've seen ones for the Arthurian legend before, but not one I was so excited about. Let me give you basically a rundown of what's happening. So we all know that Princess Guinevere marries King Arthur, or is betrothed to King Arthur, and who has the Kingdom of Camelot, and basically is this ultimate champion and hero of literature. I'm like trying to figure out, this book is hard because it has so many twists and unexpected turns that you won't see coming that I don't want to spoil anything. But I'm going to give you a spoiler that's right from the beginning. I think you learned it by the first 20 pages, that Guinevere, who is going to Camelot to meet Arthur, is not actually Guinevere. Guinevere has died, and this is the daughter of Merlin going in her place and pretending to be Guinevere. Arthur does know that it's not really... Does he know? He knows. Maybe he doesn't. Wait, no. He may or may not know, okay? He may or may not know. We don't know who Guinevere really is throughout the book. I remember that. No one has any idea who she is, what her name is. Her true name, I should say. And so she's pretending to be Guinevere. No, I don't think he does know she's not really Guinevere. Nope. She has magic, and she is using that magic to protect Arthur from a darkness that is kind of spreading through his kingdom. And she is there to wed him, to give him a front to face his kingdom. No, he does know that she's not Guinevere. And I remember this. I remember this because he is like, you know, this is just a deal. Like, if you don't fall in love with me, that's okay. But I, like, will love and respect you anyway. I don't really know. I don't really know. Hey, Editing Kayla again. If someone could please comment down below if he knows or not. It is still bugging me that I don't know confidently if Arthur knew or not. I would greatly appreciate it. But basically, because she's Merlin's daughter, Merlin and Arthur have had a huge falling out because Arthur no longer wants magic, which first almost destroyed his kingdom in the first place. Guinevere, quotes, we don't really know who she is placed in this castle to use magic to protect Arthur and Camelot from this darkness that is spreading through the kingdom. Basically, there is a knight that is way too powerful that they think is suspected of being magic. They call her like the Dark Queen. The Dark Queen is kind of trying to take over Camelot with magic, and basically Guinevere is there to try and prevent it, to find magic, use magic to protect Arthur and Camelot. So this is the first of a trilogy, and I need the second one like yesterday. I think the concept and the twist is so cool that Guinevere is not who we think she is, and I really think it's a creative concept that Guinevere is actually related to Merlin. I think it's a cool way to kind of shift the Arthurian legend to be female-centric, in more ways than one, but I can't tell you that. To twist that legend to be female-centric, it's a super empowering thing because, you know, Arthur is feared and super respected and powerful because he's really, you know, a good king, and he's a respectable man and very good with the sword. Guinevere is just as powerful in a different way, in a subtle way, and she is actually tasked with taking care of Arthur and protecting Arthur. I really liked the world building in here was amazing. You know that that's a big thing for my stories that I like. I need to be able to be fully immersed in the world, and I literally felt like I was in Camelot. The way she described things, the scenes, the pacing of the novel was really, really good. It was shorter and like fast paced, like things kept happening that before you knew it, you were so caught up and you needed to keep reading. So I really, really loved this book. I'm really excited to see where the series goes. I cannot wait for the second one. Kiersten White did an amazing job. She is such like a beautiful writer. Like her descriptions and like her world and her settings are so lovely, like so beautifully described, and they just feel so like lyrical almost when you read them. Like I fall in love, and the characters are so well-rounded. They feel real. Like you want to sympathize with the character one minute and the next minute they betray you and you don't know who you can trust. Like I remember talking about this book with a coworker and being like, I really want her to fall in love with Arthur, but I know she doesn't. Like I know based on the legend, we know Guinevere cheats on Arthur with Lancelot, and I want her to love Arthur, but I also can't tell if Arthur will love her back or if like I want her to do something different. Like I can't tell what I want to happen, you know? Like I don't know if I'm distrustful of Arthur. Like I don't know if I actually really want them to be in love just to like follow the legend and like happy endings and fairy tales, or like I can't tell if he loves her or not. Like I feel like Guinevere was a really relatable character. She was very self-conscious, like did not know how to be a queen, wasn't raised to be a queen, felt bad impersonating this person. She was very like shy at first, but like still took her own initiative and did the things that she knew needed to be done. So she was just like quietly powerful, and I really respected that. Like I don't feel like you have to be a flashy in-your-face hero to be someone that is powerful and impactful. Like I said, I read this book 5 months ago, and not even, it's been 6 months now, and I staff wrecked this book immediately. I reviewed it for like our buyers. This was so good, and I would honestly give this book 5 out of 5 stars. Like I knew in May that this was going to be my favorite book of the year, and it is. And that's why I'm sad that I don't really remember a lot of it, because I think I fell in love with it and I just like needed to know what was happening, that I read it super fast, that I need to reread it. So I'm not sad that I get to reread it. Also, I think like I said, this was my book of the year back in May. Like I knew that no release or book that I read in 2019 was going to top this book back in May, which I think is a really, really big deal. Like this is 110% 5 stars. And I feel like I say that a lot about books. Like I tend to be really nice in my reviews, not because like for any other reason other than I just feel kind of bad, but I am always honest, and like that is opinion, and I'm very true to my opinion. But sometimes like rating them, I'm just like, actually, like I was gonna say it's a 3, but like now that I think about it, it was actually pretty good, so I'll give it a 4. This has always and will always be a 5-star read for me. And I can tell you that I know that because I got the arc of this, and our bookstore had 2 arcs of the Guinevere Deception. When I read a book, and I read an arc, and I really like it, I will hoard that arc. That arc becomes mine. It joins my library. It will not see that bookstore again. This book I read in that chair, I finished, and one of my coworkers, my manager Leo, was reading it at the same time, but he was so freaking slow I couldn't talk to him about it. But then I was like, other people have to read this and love this as much as I do. So I actually brought the ARC back to work. I did not hoard it into my library, even though I gladly would have. Because I wanted other people to read it and love it and enjoy it just as much as I did. And I think that speaks volumes about this, because I am a book hoarder, like 110%. Like, if I'm willing to bring a book back and an ARC back and share it with you, a free copy of the book that I could just keep for myself that I really enjoyed, that says a lot. But I also knew that this is a book that I really, really loved and I wanted to support, and that's why I bought my copy. I wanted to support Kiersten White, especially on release day. Honestly, I was looking through Goodreads earlier and I'm really, really disappointed by the response. Like, right now it only is a 3.8, which, very good, almost 4 stars, but should definitely be higher, because this book is amazing. Like, you will not be disappointed. You will literally be transported to Camelot. You will not know what's happening the entire time in the best way. Like, you will think that you have it figured out and that you know what's going to happen, and they will throw a wrench in your plans and they will twist everything, but it is still true to the Arthurian legend. Like, it is not so reimagined that it's unrecognizable, but it's reimagined enough to be unique, engaging. I will say you do have to have some knowledge of the Arthurian legend to really understand the depth of this book and how much effort and work went into twisting this story. She manipulated a lot of details and characters about the story that if you didn't read the Arthurian legend, you would miss how much effort went into this story. So I would always say have a little bit of familiarity with the original text first, especially in this case. But like, I thought it was breathtaking. Like, this book was so beautiful, just in the way it's written, the effort that she put into it, like the dedication to the story, the creativity, the characters, the world, everything is just so beautiful and so well done, and I was so impressed with this book. This cover is pretty beautiful. Like, look at that. It's got a gold foil, it's got the dust jacket. She just looks mysterious, and she is. It's so good, and I really, really think you guys will enjoy this book if you like fairy tales, legends, classic tales, you like, you know, court fairy tales, court fantasy. If you like the Arthurian legend, I think you'll like this. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this review. Again, 5-star read. The Guinevere Deception by Kiersten White is my book of the year, I'm telling you right now. Please, it came out today, November 5th. Go out, buy it, enjoy it, and love it as much as I did, I hope. Let me know your thoughts if you're interested in this book, if you've heard of it, if you've read it yet, what you thought. And I hope this review is helpful for you. And if there are any questions I can answer, definitely leave them in the comments down below. I hope this video was entertaining, fun, good for you, and helpful. And that you please go buy this book in some format, because it is so good and you will not be disappointed, I promise. I love this book so, so much. I think I'm gonna bring it back to school and reread it, actually. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed meeting George. He's super cute. And if you guys have any questions or comments and concerns, any videos that you want to see, let me know in the comments down below. And make sure that if you enjoyed this video to give it a thumbs up, and we can do more stuff like this. And make sure you subscribe before you leave so you can get all of the fun. That being said, make sure you like and subscribe. You follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Goodreads, Tumblr, all those things as Roy Reading Co. And I will see you guys soon for the next one. Bye!